Well, December has arrived, and a lot of the things that were supposed to happen in November didn't happen. What else is new? Anyway, the title for the video for this is actually going to be the video for the 2nd of December, but it's being recorded on the afternoon of the 1st of December, and it's called The Situation on Earth as I See It. Over the years, since I began doing daily videos in January 2011, I have had lots of feedback and lots of opinions proposed. Until this year, I was fairly optimistic that it would all come out okay. But when they stole my home, my beliefs began to erode. I no longer saw things working for the good of humanity. Sorry about that. I have to accept that the demonic influences may, in fact, have greater power and purpose than that which I had attributed to a loving God. Is Trump going to be the trumpet that sounds a real shift? Seeing some of the people he is surrounding himself with in cabinet selections, I highly doubt it. No amount of positive thinking is going to shift the downward trend in human consciousness. It will take superhuman intervention, removing the cabal by whatever means possible, to make Earth a planet of truth and justice with mercy for all. Indeed, I wrote that actually quite a few hours ago now. I've been awake since I woke up about 4 a.m. in the morning and watched some videos and wrote that blurb. And just before I was ready to leave to take my granddaughter to school, I got a telephone call from a friend that I hadn't heard from in a long time. And if they hadn't begun to leave a message on my voicemail, I wouldn't have even answered it because I didn't recognize the phone number. But this lady was one of the people that was involved with me in the restoration of the Republic. And she was from Florida and from the opposite side of the state. But of course, I was Secretary of State of Florida. But she brought me earth-shattering information that Obama had been arrested and that Trump had already been sworn in as president, at least in the interim, till they could sort things out and turn things around again. It was a brief conversation because I had to leave to go get my granddaughter and take her to school. But I asked the lady to send me confirming information, because if that truly happened, wouldn't it be on the news? And she said she had a link, but it had so many ads on it, it was hard to find the actual announcement. Yeah, right. In any case, this is now into the afternoon, and I still don't have the email that she was supposed to send me as a follow-up to that telephone call. So there's, again, as I said in the blurb, there's been lots of promises. The trouble is they don't ever get fulfilled if they're positive promises. If they're negative promises that the cabal is going to hang on to power, and they're going to cause a lot of strife and dissension, and there's going to be a lot of turmoil on the planet Earth, those become actually more believable than the ones that are positive and uplifting, that God is going to handle this in some kind of a supernatural way, without violence, without bloodshed. I mean, I'd love it to be that way, that some of these positive prognosticators talk about. I'd like it to be that way, but will it be that way? I mean, it didn't stop them from stealing my home from me. And as I've said so many times, I did not have a mortgage. They transferred the loan that I took out on Dr. Mary's property to the property that I purchased. And it was not that to be that way. My banker and other people of legal know-how say that they can't just transfer that. They can't do that, but they did it. And so it's left me in a place where, as I said in the blurb, that have trouble holding on to the positive mental attitude that I had for such a long time, that the kingdom of heaven would be established on earth, that there would be peace and justice with mercy for all. I believed that. I believed that. I wanted that. And a lot of people want that. But the powers that actually seem to be in control of the planet don't want that. That doesn't fit their game plan. They want domination. They want to be able to live high on the hog at the expense of the virtual population of the earth, or I shouldn't say virtual population, but the people of earth that are enslaved. They want a slavery system because it suits their need to live off the life force of everybody else without being held accountable for crimes or any rule or of law that would be higher than what they're doing. I mean, they just simply reject rules of law. They reject common sense. They reject truth. They reject justice. They reject anything that would upset their apple cart. And so, folks, I wish I could give you something positive. And as this lady tried to share with me earlier this morning, she tried to build me up, but I went online and I looked. Yeah, Obama was threatened with arrest, but he was not president of the United States when that happened. And there are articles about it, about Obama's arrest. You can Google it yourself and see what comes up. It's nothing current about any arrest. In fact, it's unlawful or illegal for them to arrest the president while he's a sitting president. I don't know who makes it illegal, but that's according to some people that they can't do that. Well, I wish somebody would do it, and I wish lawfulness didn't come from a legal system that's corrupt, but it does, or at least the system comes from a corrupt legal system, a corrupt political system, a corrupt economic system, a corrupt religious system. Everything has been turned inside out and backwards, and there's very little that we as humans can depend on to actually make a shift. I mean, if it takes the majority of humans waking up, how is that going to happen when the mind control techniques are so widespread and so powerful? I mean, people in third world countries don't have the internet and stuff like that, but people that do have the internet are able to at least get information, and they have to discern for themselves whether it's true or false. And there's lots of things that we'd like to be true, but it doesn't pan out in the final analysis. And so the situation on earth is still dire, and it will remain dire until some power, somewhere, somehow, takes control and brings justice and peace to the planet, so that we can grow up and become everything that we were, I believe, created to be in the very beginning. We were not created to be slaves, although some would say if the people that the cabal represents, the original archons and stuff like that, if they wanted a slavery system, and that's what they created. Well, if they used real human beings, we were created with rights that supersede that, at least as I see it. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to say to you that can build your confidence. I mean, it doesn't help to put your confidence in things that are just pipe dreams and never going to come into manifestation. I've done that for a long time, and it leaves you very disappointed. Anyway, that's the video that I have to share with you today, and the ideas, and I welcome comments, and thank you for listening. Namaste.